Now, with that prayer in mind, I wanted to, I had planned on talking this morning about the first of the 4 agreements, which is be impeccable with your word. That is not what we're talking about. I know Pam's like, we're not? No, we're not. So what happened was, what happens quite often with me when I am inspired to share a particular message is there's a catalyst of events that occur. So first what will happen is I'll have an interaction with somebody and something will be said or something will spark a thought in my mind. And usually what I do is I kind of just put it in the back in my filing cabinet and move on. But when something becomes a message from Spirit, that will happen at least 3 or 4 more times before Sunday. So someone else will come to me and say the same thing. Then someone else will come to me and say the same thing. Then someone will post something on my Facebook page that is exactly the same thing that the very first person said. So to me, we talk about how Spirit moves and how we're inspired. That is Spirit saying, hey, Suzanne, this is an issue. This is something that needs to be discussed. And so this is something that has happened for me personally, and I'm sharing my personal growth in this experience with you, as well as sharing this is what works for me. I suggest that perhaps it's something that you could look at for yourself. So the thing that happened that caused this catalyst and cascading of events that was inspired was that someone had posted on Facebook and to me personally and said, hey, you know what? I really feel like it's important for us to teach people that they need to let people out of their life, let go of people, or ask people to leave their lives, exit their lives, let go of people in an active way who behave in these particular ways.
Hear, hear.
These are toxic. So I thought, that's very interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, hey, you know what? I don't like the way you're behaving right now. I don't like the way that you're talking to me. You're no longer allowed to be part of my life. Isn't that nice? Okay. So I thought about that, and I actually posted back to this friend of mine, and I said, you know what? I don't really let people go. I kind of move in my own vibration, and I do me. And people that vibrate with me, people that are in line with my thinking, people that are on my train, will go my way. If not, they'll get off the train and they'll go their own way. I don't have to do anything. They will just do them, and I will do me. And I thought to myself, okay, well, and then she responded, well, I disagree. It's okay. Everybody has the right to agree or disagree. Then I had somebody reach out to me and told me that within our group, they no longer wanted to associate with this person because they were toxic. These were mutual people that said this about each other. And I went, holy moly, this is like the same thing that I just said something about. And then someone else contacted me and said, you know what? I feel I have a message for you, and you need to remove toxic people out of your life. And I thought to myself, this is very interesting. So there's clearly an attitude or a prevalent thought that has invaded our consciousness that says people can be toxic. So people are dangerous. Toxic means poisonous, that they could kill me. Okay? People are toxic, that their behaviors, their thoughts, and their ideas can kill me. No, they can't. No, my friends, they cannot do that. Not unless you allow them to do that. Not unless you allow them to do that. You are a powerful, divine being in your own right. Someone cannot just take away your power from you unless you give it to them. You have to give it to them. So are people toxic? No, people are not toxic. People are people. So let's do a little survey. Nobody can see you. So do a little survey. How many of you had said any time in your life something that was intentionally cruel to elicit a response? toxic people. Really? Now let me ask you another question. Especially those who are closest to you, that you have the most intimate relationships with. That would be your family and very close, intimate friends. Are they the person that you said something really cruel to hurt? Ah! There's some more toxic people. So, was it your intention to poison them? No. Was it your intention to hurt them? Yes. Why? Because you were hurt. So they're not toxic people. You're not toxic people. You're hurt people. You're angry people. You're emotionally driven people that respond sometimes more quickly than our brain allows us to process. So then after the fact, what will we say? Jeez, I shouldn't have said that. I really shouldn't have said that. But then once it's said, what happens? It's just there. It's gone. It's done. The moment is past. So it has. It has passed. What about people that do that all the time? Are they toxic people? No. They're usually injured people. Injured people that need compassion. Injured people that need prayers. Injured people that need help. Does that mean that you have to be the person that helps them through whatever they're going through? No, it does not. It does not. Especially not if it's hurting you in some way, or it feels like it's hurting you in some way, or you're just not able to work through that, whatever that is. So what do? That's somebody that you don't pick up the phone and engage on a regular basis. You don't reach out to them. Allow them their space. Allow them room to grow and to experience whatever's going on with them may have nothing to do with you. It may have to do with them and their issues. And after they've had that happen numerous times in different relationships, perhaps it will occur to them that there's something that they have done, that there's a common denominator here, that there's a behavior that needs to be modified, or a thinking that needs to change. So can relationships be toxic? If you let them be toxic, if you feed them, if you continue to give that person what they need to hurt you, your power. You allow that to happen. You choose to allow that to happen. And so there is really no toxic person. There is no toxic relationship. But I love that this has been stamped and sealed, you know? We see it everywhere. And we need to push these people out of our lives. We don't have to push. You know what? When you push things away, what happens?
Come back.
What we resist persists. We know this. It's a natural law. So fight it. Fight it as you will. You could even push people out of your life, lock your door, change your number, block them on Facebook, do the whole 9 yards. Guess what? You know where they're going to be? In your head. I'm so glad I blocked that person. I'm so glad. I can't believe they said this. You're allowing that to happen to you. You're doing that to yourself. People don't do that to you. Now I will tell you about my lesson. I did this to myself. I allowed someone who was unwell to provoke me to the point of response. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But it gave me the opportunity then to reflect. Why did this bother me so much? Why am I allowing something that someone else has an issue with, whatever that is, to affect my heart or my mind in such a way that I need to even react to it? We don't even need to react to stuff like that. Someone says something nasty about you, you feel like you have to defend yourself? Why? Why? It's silliness. It's silliness. It really is. And so we send love, we send light, we're like, whoop, clearly there's an issue there. But you know what's even more telling? Clearly there's an issue there. And I want to say this because I want you to know that I'm as transparent as anybody. And I go through stuff, and I think stuff, and I feel stuff, and I think, why? How can I say it's okay for people to behave a particular way, but then when they behave that way, it pisses me off? Because we all have to work on that. We all have to work on that. Otherwise, we irritate each other to the point of aggravation, and then aggravation becomes reaction. And we behave in a mindless way, not a mindful way, a mindless way, just to stop the aggravation. It's inappropriate for mindful people. It's inappropriate for mindful, awakened people to react that way. And so I'm saying let's examine from the root, from the very beginning. Say, I stopped it before it got that far for me. You can stop it before it gets that far for you. So that you say something mean back. Don't say something mean back. Let it go. You know what you say to yourself? I've been there, done that. I've been that aggravated with somebody or annoyed with somebody or didn't like what they said or what they thought or what they did. Absolutely. Does it have anything to do with you? Did it harm you? Did it invade your sphere of influence? Did it diminish your divine relationship with God, with your Creator, with your source? No, it did not. So it's really not that important. And if we truly believe the things that we espouse, if we believe this is an illusion, this is an experience, right? Then none of it should really affect us so much that it knocks us off our path. So that we don't come to church. So that we don't find fellowship and encouragement and communion with each other and build each other up and encourage each other and be a friend for someone who needs a friend. Because you don't just come here for you. You come here for someone else who can't wait to see you. You encourage them. I guarantee you there's somebody sitting here that goes, wow, I wonder where so-and-so is today. Hope she's okay. Hope he's okay. Right?
Yes.
So think about that. And I leave that with you with its blessing. Namaste.
Beautiful.
All you toxic